Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where we talk about some of the hottest topics in music entertainment and reality TV. And as always, be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and hit that notification bell so you never miss out when we have breaking news, when we go live, or when we upload. We already uploaded a video today talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac sneak peek that we got yesterday. Be sure to check out the sneak peek and my recap of the sneak peek. Everything is available here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. But of course, every Monday we recap the 90-Day Fiancé. But before we jump into our recap, let me just say hello to everyone in the chat. What's going on, everyone? Let's give everyone a moment to get into chat. Hey, Diana. Hey, not paid by Monique. Hey, Patricia. I see you guys. Let me give people a moment. TikTok, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We are live there. We're also live on the Kempire and live, well, the Kempire on Facebook and the Kempire on Twitch. Yes. Look, I have my notes. I stopped by Up and Adam earlier today to talk about 90-Day Fiancé. And look, who would have thought I had more to say? More to say. Be sure to check out Up and Adam on YouTube so you can see the recap that we did with him there as well. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's just jump right on in. I've been calling this the Tell Nothing because I felt like we got nothing. I'm so glad that this part 2 was just an hour because I was like, I could not sit through 2 hours of nothing. They really should have had our girl, Stephanie, be a part of this. Why didn't they have Stephanie be a part of the 90-Day Fiancé tell-all? Oh, yeah, she's suing them or threatening to sue them. She has not officially sued them. She's still waiting to hear back from them. Look, I'm hearing, allegedly, that Stephanie likes to sue people. She's sued multiple people and businesses in the past. This is what I'm hearing. I wish I should have had some tea because, look. But I still enjoy Stephanie. I think Stephanie's tell-all was really a tell-all. I watched it. If you missed it, you can watch it actually here on my channel as well. And she did a part 2 with Max from the Celeb Talk guy also here on YouTube. So check that out. I'll post the links later on in the description of this video so you can watch part 1 and part 2. She says she's very happy for this to be over with. Look, we all are. Let me just so you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm just jumping right on in, and I'm not even showing you who I'm talking about. If I had my things open, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Where is my, oh, goodness, Lord. I don't have it here. So you know what? We'll just have to, if you're here, you're probably already fans. You already know who I'm talking about. Stephanie, you know, with the pigtails. No, not Rebecca. Can you believe in one season we had 2 grown women with pigtails? It is what it is. I thought maybe in the Tell Nothing that we would get Harris or Ryan to be a part of it. But nope, we didn't get any of that. We only got to see Andrew. We got to see Andrew a little bit. You know, that was the last little teaser they gave us from part 1, that Andrew walked out. He wanted to be a part of the conversation with Amira. He didn't want it to be outside of the room where she's able to tell her story and then him to come inside and tell his part of the story. I've said this multiple times. I'm thinking the reason why the producers did that was because Amira was saying that she physically could not be in his presence. And that could be alluding to a whole assortment of things. I don't know what she was saying, but she, even just the thought of him coming in the room, she was like, I'm having a panic attack. I feel like I'm having a panic attack. Look, I'm not going to try to mimic. I cannot do voice impressions. Just saying. Let me just see. Hold on. So I'm just going to start off with Andrew and Amira, because there's really not a lot to say in regards to Andrew and Amira. And that's because Andrew decided to leave. He decided to leave because Amira just refused to be on camera with him. Look, I get why she didn't want to do it. I get why he wanted her to be a part of the conversation because, look, you only got one side of their relationship because he decided to leave. And I understood why he decided to leave. But I've been saying this throughout the entire season. I have not liked Andrew's energy the entire season. She's just been very suspect. So some of the things that Amira said during the tell-all was that she could not remember No, she said that she did not receive text messages from him when she was in the Mexican jail. And she described what it was like to be in the Mexican jail. She was in the Mexican jail for 3 days and 2 nights. I can't even imagine. And she says she has no idea why they arrested her. And look, I hate to make this about color. I just hate to make this about color, but I want to point something out. Jovi and Brandon were like, we don't understand why they would just hold you and not tell you what's going on. Your white privilege is showing, Jovi and Brandon. I understand. Everyone else seems to understand. Like, it's a whole other country. They don't have to tell you when they're arresting you at the border. They don't. The whole other country, they have their own rules. But I just thought it was so interesting to see Jovi and Brandon be the ones like, why would they do that without telling you? Look, can y'all read my face? Anyways, it was just an observation that I had. And that's why it's important. Everyone's experience in this world is very different. You just never know. You just never know. Okay. So she was in detention for 3 days, 2 nights in Mexico. She says that at first she said she did not remember if she received any text messages. Well, no, she said she didn't receive any text messages from him. And then a couple of seconds later, she was like, barely received text messages. A lot of people were like, is it you didn't receive or you barely received? Look, we have to also remember that with Amira, there is a language difference. She's thinking in one particular language, and then she's trying to translate that in English. I think that was just a mix of words. I don't think that, I honestly, from what I heard, the tea is that the producers were trying to get Andrew to leave the resort to go look for Amira at this jail or whatever, and he refused. That is the rumor, allegedly, reportedly. I'm just going to put that out there. So it's hard for me to believe that he was texting her. Not to say that she would have received the text. Don't they take your phone if you're in a Mexican prison or prison in general? Look, am I wrong? Just saying. In my TikTok chat, they said Ray Mix Pack says, I thought the same thing about Jovi and Brandon. Another person of color. I'm just saying. I just thought it was a very interesting observation in regards to their reaction. Just saying. So we also learned in regards to Andrew and Amira that the reason why she decided not to get on the plane when she was in Serbia was because, according to Brandon, she says, he wanted her to get pregnant before they got married. So the minute she landed, she had to be pregnant. I don't think it works that way. So that has me looking at Amira with the side eye. But then again, who knows, her translating that in the conversation that she was having with Andrew, may in her mind, that's the way it sounded. So there's definitely a language thing going on here that we're not taking into account. But we saw him talk about him wanting to have kids, and her saying not immediately. She didn't deny that she would have kids with him, but she was like, we got to work out our own issues, which to me makes the complete sense. So I don't know. I'm happy to see Andrew and Amira no longer on the show, but then Amira dropped this bomb. She is dating and madly in love with another American. They were like, is he American? Is he American? And he's an American. We didn't get to see him. I thought maybe he was going to come out from the side. But then again, we're in a pandemic, and if he's American, he's not in Paris or France, wherever she is in Paris. Can we just talk about Amira's look? Amira had like a corset on. Look, she's a beautiful woman, but I just thought it was interesting. Like, are you going to bed or are you coming for the tell-all? I don't know. That's just my own thoughts. I'm going to post the link so you guys can call in and share your thoughts on on today's 90 Day Fiancé. I'm posting the link so you guys can call in and share your thoughts on 90 Day Fiancé, the tell-all. Part 2. I'm glad it's over. This season was not great. A lot of you have been telling me that. Mama to Princesses in my TikTok chat says she said that they took her phone. Exactly. That makes the most sense to me. I can't imagine you being in a Mexican prison or prison in general and them not take your phone. That's just my own thoughts. But you look. Oh, but yeah. Do we want to talk about Tarik and Hazel first? I don't know. Tarik and Hazel. Let's talk about the throuple that never was. Oh my God. Okay, before we get into the throuple, let me bring, because I'm actually paying attention to her name. Really?
Yes, I am missing Stephanie.
I love the fact that I never know what your name is going to be. Everyone, welcome Missing Stephanie, aka Miriam. Miriam, we can backtrack and talk about Andrew and Amira because I just shared all of my thoughts. What were your thoughts now that it's been a couple hours since we spoke last in regards to 90 Day Fiancé?
Speaking of that, I just don't want anybody to be confused if they go to Up and Adam. I was in my other job. I was the K1 visa rep. There, okay.
And now you're here missing Stephanie. We all miss Stephanie.
Stephanie, I am. I feel like we needed that the element of comedy. She's funny. She is not crazy mean. She's crazy funny.
She's light. She's a light energy.
Yeah, she has a light energy, and you feel like because she's older, she's more seasoned. I'm not gonna use old, but because she's more seasoned, she's really, there's an innocence even to her wackiness.
I agree.
I cannot believe I'm saying that.
But you know what it is? I think the fact that she threatened a lawsuit, allegedly. Well, not allegedly. She said it. She said it in an interview. I think the 90 Day producers were like, nope, we're done with her. We don't want to even get ourselves involved in this.
Come on, if Michael and Natalie got back together, there's room for reconciliation there between her and TLC.
She's making some damning allegations. I don't want to mention them here, but she's making some very serious allegations. And I think the 90 Day producers did not want her to do that during the tell-all.
You know, but like, I am kind of like believing a little bit of her accusations.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, when you drink, everything is intensified and on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like because the producers, they're so passionate about creating a storyline or making the crazy look crazier, you try to do something, and it got lost in alcohol here, not in translation. You know what I mean? I feel like there is room for them to reconcile.
Really? You really think they could?
I wish they would, because if they take a page of other networks' book, usually when they make strong accusations, the best way is to kill them with kindness and bring them in. This way, they dissipate any accusation whatsoever. Because if that was true, bravo, Nini wouldn't come back and work with you. This is just an example.
Yeah.
And the same thing with her. I think the best way for them to shut down TLC, if you're watching, I would make amends with Stephanie. Because listen, she won me over. Like, I missed her.
Apparently, missing Stephanie. I mean, I don't know. Like like I said, the accusations of Stephanie from 90 Day Fiancé, for those that are just joining us, I just feel like those are way too serious for them to come back from that, because then they're going to have to admit guilt or respond to it in some way or give her something monetarily. In her recent interview with the Celeb Talk guy, she said they did deposit the rest of her money in regards to the season, but they did not reimburse her for the flights that she paid for the cast and crew to fly to Belize, or the medical treatment that she had to receive because of the sand flies. I was like, wow, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know how they can get back from that. Missing Stephanie, you disappeared from us. We can't even see you anymore. Uh-oh, we lost you. We lost you. I'm just going to take you out. Come back. Oh, wait, there we go. There we go.
My mom, she's calling me and she's here.
She's there. You're like, Mom, I'm talking about 90 Day Fiancé.
Okay.
I just don't know, Miriam, how they can come back from that.
Reason. Wait a second.
Yeah. So I honestly don't know how TLC could come back from all of that drama, all that smoke that Stephanie is making. And look, I don't know what Stephanie is saying is true or not true, but they're very serious accusations. Right, Miriam?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh. Testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, come back in.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to talk about Tarik and Hazel. Tarik and Hazel is the throuple that never happened. This is probably look, a throuple should have been interesting for 90 Day Fiancé. Why was it not interesting for 90 Day Fiancé? Oh, because it's Tarik. Tarik says, he revealed in the tell all or tell nothing that I'm calling it, that he's done this before. And Hazel had no problem with that. She actually thought it was a good thing. She's like, yay, yay. I'm like, okay, look, I don't understand. I don't understand why you're cool with that. Look, I have no problem with the throuple. A lot of the other couples were judging them in regards to the throuple that they were having. I don't get it. According to Minty was also a guest, a part of the 90 Day Fiancé tell all. And she revealed that her and Hazel, they were never physical. It was always a separate thing. Hazel does not like Minty. I don't blame her, especially if they've never been intimate. Then it's not really a throuple. Then it's just really a couple. I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, let me bring back Missing Stephanie. You got it?
I'm
Technology.
sorry. No, my mom, she called me, and then when I got back, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, yeah. Look, what you gonna do? We were talking about Tarik and Hazel. What were your thoughts on because they really, I have to say, they weren't a big part of this tell-all. It sort of was like, okay, they came and then they went.
It's like they didn't have huge problems. It looks like they are on the same page despite of everything. And I hate to admit it, Tarik is right. He, even being free, they have less problems than all those monogamous relationships. He's right.
God forbid we say Tarik is right. Oh my gosh.
I said it, like I'm being proven so wrong by these shows, and they're making me eat my words. I'm like,
What did you think of the whole Minty situation where Minty said that her and Hazel had never been intimate? So that really wasn't a throuple. Did you believe that?
Maybe yes. What I felt is that Hazel is really jealous of her, and that she feels that there's a real connection between Tarik and Minty, and she didn't want to have any part of it. The deal is, we'll have another girl as long as I pick her.
But you know what? And you're right. I think there is actually a real connection between Tarik and Minty, and Tarik is trying to play cool, like, oh no, it's not. But we have to remember they met each other before he was in a relationship with Hazel, so there was already a connection. And Minty made it very clear on 90 Day Bears All, she's very interested in Tarik, and I think that's why Hazel is just like, no, I much rather a woman that I pick that you don't have a previous relationship with. And, because a lot of people were speculating that Hazel wasn't bisexual. And I was like, no, I actually think she might be more lesbian than she is bisexual. But look, that's her sexuality. Let me not tell her what she is.
I agree with you. I think she is using Tarik to come here, because here it's less taboo being, lesbian. So I think that's it. I don't feel like there's any connection at all between her and Tarik. I feel like there's a friendship.
Literally in the physical form. They're all separated.
They are. Like, look how odd was that? Like, why are they quarantining and they live in the same house? They really... Did anybody catch that? That was so odd.
I thought that was weird. I know they were making it seem like, oh yes, one person was exposed, but you're in the same house, so you technically both were exposed.
Exactly. That's my point. It's different if she goes out to work, then yes. And she's exposed, you understand that she needs to isolate herself in her own house. But where does she work? She goes nowhere without him. So if she gets exposed, he got exposed.
Yeah, I thought that explanation was BS. I honestly was not interested in this couple throughout the season. There were some high and low moments, especially when we get to see it on 90 Day Birds All, that were more interesting than what we saw in 90 Day. But we can move on. I don't want to hear your thoughts on Andrew and Amira, because I started off this live talking about Andrew and Amira. Have you changed your mind on them? Uh-oh.
Andrew Gross, I changed my mind. See, I think my name should be like, I'm a woman, I can change my mind. My perception of Andrew were reinforced, but now I don't think Amira is that innocent. I don't
Why is
think
that?
I don't think she's that. Just like she's very her demeanor. She's very soft spoken. Don't get me wrong, and she's gorgeous. But there are some things that are throwing me off about her. Um, just like now she has another boyfriend who is
American
American.
boyfriend.
Yeah, not that really it's not she wants to come here. I would die to live in France. France is great. The food is delicious. Uh,
Free
there's
healthcare.
Yes, free healthcare, exactly. And I think she really wants to be on TV. And the show is a great venue for her. And she's very smart. She got the sympathy of almost 90% of those who watch. I think
Yeah.
everybody except Andrew and his family, his mom and his sister.
those were I saw the interview with Up and Adam and Max, the Celeb Talk guy, and the Celeb Talk guy was not a fan of either one of them. So I was actually surprised by that. But look, everyone's going to have a different perception of these people. You just never know what is real and what is fake, and who's out for fame versus who's out for love. And I think you might be right. I think on one hand, I do think Amira was out for love, but there's also that other hand where, oh, I can be famous. Everyone knows who I am. You know what I mean?
The way she was dressed, you just pointed out, she could have like one. I'm not saying like to be conservative, but like it was really
Was she going
like
to go have some
attention.
sexy time on FaceTime with her American boo? What was that?
It was like burlesque, and she's French. Woo-hoo.
She had her hair out. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
Amira.
the hair. She's gorgeous. Listen, I'm not talking because I'm jealous of her looks, but
I'm not, but okay.
she threw me off with her. Like when I saw what she was dressed like, I'm like, she really wants clout.
Okay, clout.
If Devon got like she does all these ads on Instagram, like Amira can do the same, and she's gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah,
Which
true.
you know what I think that's the case.
And it's a pandemic. A lot of people have lost their jobs.
I don't think she's that rich because when she went to live with her dad, I just saw the way that the place is very humble. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Patricia, I want to read Patricia's comment because this is making me laugh. Amira's American boyfriend is probably Submit. Submit and Jenny from the
Yes, I know.
the other way.
Oh God, I always wanted to talk about them. Can I say something about them?
Yeah, go ahead.
These two, they were caught in lies. They were caught like that. They fabricated like Jenny. Oh my God, Jenny. I hate what she did to his parents. She pretended to be a friend. She stayed there for free because where is she gonna stay? Let her stay here. And the way she was so sneaky. Everything about them is so wrong, and I feel like it's a lie. Even like the way that she says they stormed their apartment. Like, come on. If that
You don't
happened,
believe that at all?
no, I don't. I believe that his parents don't want her because she lied to them. And maybe they.
But that's not the reasoning that they were giving on the show. The reasoning that they were giving is, oh, she's too old.
Well, yeah, because this proves my point. The reason because they want their son to
Submit.
have kids, just like Ziad's parents. It's the same thing. It's a different zip code. It's the same story.
Speaking of Ziad, they really Rebecca and Ziad. I mean, Rebecca was chiming in on everyone's relationships, but Ziad barely spoke. I mean, they really added nothing to the show. Even when we spoke about their relationship, it was like, okay, done.
Rebecca, she was trying to pull an Angela yesterday.
Oh my goodness! And
she tried to be classy Angela.
I am so excited about Angela coming back for Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After will be coming very, very soon. I'm excited about that. Let's talk about Mike and Natalie, the ones behind us right here.
Oh yes, please.
I just want to point out that Natalie said, allegedly, because they interviewed Mike's best friend, who's a female, the one that we learned during the season, Natalie was very upset about. She thought that they had some sort of affair. I'm like, okay. So the best friend was like, no, there were a bunch of people in my house. Yes, my fiance was supposed to stay with me, but he ended up staying at his apartment. And Mike confirmed that there had never been anything between them. Mike's best friend also said she doesn't feel like this relationship is going to work because culturally they're very, very different. And I mean, everything that we all thought ourselves. But one of the things that she says, when the first time that she spoke with Natalie on FaceTime, Natalie was still in Ukraine. Natalie said this to her: "Are all American girls whores, or is that just you?"
Yeah, that was.
I believe Natalie said it.
Oh, yeah. But I also believe there's an aspect of lost in translation here. Just the same thing as Amira and Andrew.
How do you lose whore in translation?
Well, no, not that. That she intended. But what was lost in translation was why she believed she was a whore. You know what I mean? Just like I believe Andrew. I'm going to defend Andrew and Amira. When Andrew told Amira that he wants babies right away, it's like when you say right away, it's like, yeah, let's have babies after we get married. But in her mind, the way she translated, what do you mean right away? As soon as we go there, we're going to try to make a baby? I think that was lost in translation. And this is
but he's
the
also
only
a creep.
time.
So.
Yes, this is the only time I will be defending him. Now back to these two, I feel like the way, everybody, I says sometimes, okay, I gotta go jump in the shower now. Like when you say that, and then she saw like Michael without the shirt. Yeah, he went there. Probably he didn't have a pajama. He took the shirt off. He's from the woods, So
Diana says, I believe she said it too. She looked guilty.
She looked so guilty, and she was like,
but also,
no,
we've seen Natalie be rude without realizing that she's being rude. She was rude to Tamara. Tamara was like, "Oh my God, you look beautiful on her wedding day. You look beautiful." She's like, "I know, you bitch."
Exactly, you said it. Like this is where I think like the culture is lost in translation in her head, and she's very dry. She's very robotic. She doesn't have much. She only shows emotion when it's to portray herself as a victim. But what baffles me is Michael. Just like Amira baffled me in a relationship with that weirdo like Andrew. Like, why are you still with her? It's obvious. It's because of the tell nothing. They told us nothing.
And also, we've discovered that Mike and Natalie will also be a part, along with Brandon and Julia and Yara and Jovi, which I'm not excited about. That these three couples. I'm a little excited about Mike and Natalie being on Happily Ever After, but I'm not excited about the other two couples. And they're the youngest couples. You think I would be more excited about them? No, I'm not.
I'm the opposite. I feel like the other, because they're funny. They're really funny. I was surprised by the friendship between Yara and Julia. And I was kind of happy. I would love for them to have like if the producers are listening to me, have them go to a retreat together. That would be hilarious.
It's sort of like what they've done with Married at First Sight, where the couples are interacting more with each other. That's actually a little bit more enjoyable because everyone has a shared experience.
Exactly. Like have them living there. Like if you like them chiming into each other's business, this would be your show, Kempire. And that would be a good show. And actually, I'm more excited about seeing them than like we know they're not happy currently. How can they be happy ever after? Like that insults my intelligence. They didn't
look happy most of the 90 Day Fiancé season. So I'm like, okay. I mean, but they're going to be on. We're going to watch it. We're going to recap it. So why are we pretending like we're not going to?
No, we're going to. Who said that?
But backtracking a little bit in regards to Mike and Natalie, and speaking with his best friend, the best friend says she doesn't know where this relationship is going to go because they're so different. She confirmed that nothing's ever happened between them. Mike acted like they were fighting back and forth. I don't remember if she said that to my best friend. he hems and haws when it comes to Natalie with his mother, with his best friend. And I'm like, really? And I wonder why.
I'm like, is he scared? I think he is. He's scared of Natalie because, like, as
Or
a
scared of
girl,
that losing that check.
or losing the check, or both, because she's a scary. Like those blue eyes or green eyes.
Blue, I
When
think.
they're like Ramona eyes.
Ramona.
It's
Oh my
like,
God. I cannot wait for the Real Housewives of New York, by the way. Just
me
saying.
neither. Me neither. Those recaps will be good. You better answer my phone
And
call.
for all those that didn't know, the Real Housewives of New York taglines are out. You can find them on my page as well. So be sure to check that out. Let's. What else did I want to say
I
about
wasn't that
this
impressed
couple?
by the taglines, by the way.
Say it again.
I wasn't that impressed with the taglines. I don't know.
No, the best taglines probably for me was Sonia,
Yeah,
Ebony. I was like, Ramona, you could have done better. I didn't love Leah. Look, I have to
I
do
I
something.
hated Leah. Leah, I was like, so I liked her so much in the beginning, but at the end, I'm like, was so turned off. You have no clue.
I know,
She was in too
but
much.
90 Day Fiance, the Tell Nothing. That's what we've been calling it. I'm glad it was less than an hour. Look, we will be recapping 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. I'm excited because Angela's going to be a part of it. I already mentioned to you the 3 other couples from this past season, 90 Day Fiance, will be a part of it. But our girl Andre and Libby will be a part of it. I don't care if it's pre-produced. I enjoyed that family, that mix of a situation. Who else? Oh, the young lady that was married to the South African guy, and they had a baby together. I can't remember their names, but they'll be part of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about them, but I'm going to watch.
You know, I feel like their story is the more real of them all, to be honest with you. It's
You
like
think?
yeah, because he's really, his problems are real. She fell in love with him. She's, when people fall in love, all the reason goes out the window, but at
Yeah.
least they're compatible, you know, if they lived in the same country.
Yeah.
But I can totally see them leaving each other. But then she teased that it means she's not leaving him. Because again, it's a paycheck. They are
Yeah.
making money. People
Very
fall
good
for
money
it.
too, when you think about it. I know it's long hours, but it's what we hear allegedly like $20,000. So for a season, that's not
I
bad,
think,
especially if you're unemployed.
oh yeah, like him and like where he lives. But I feel like they make more money from Instagram. The
And
TLC
then,
is
of
a
course,
little
and then,
check.
then there are other opportunities to do other things. I mean, I was considering doing it myself. I just got to find me a 90 Day Fiance boo from across.
Oh, I cannot believe nobody messaged you. I keep getting DMs from guys that's so younger. I'm like, child, go away.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, I don't really look. I get so many DMs about different things. I'm like, I have to decipher what I need to respond to and what I really need to pay
no,
attention
but
to.
no, these are catfish. Like, like,
Oh,
yeah, you feel
oh
like,
yeah, I get all those old. I just ignore them. They're usually women. I'm like, I'm not interested in women. Sorry,
oh
but
God.
just to tie this all up, will you be watching Happily Ever After, and which couple are you excited to see?
Uh, I am not excited about anyone, but I will be watching because I like to torture
Not
myself.
even Angela and Michael on FaceTime?
I don't like Angela. I feel like she's a bully. She's a bully to
I
Michael.
mean, come on. That's why we like her.
Oh, I can't. Like sometimes she's funny, but I feel like she's so out of touch, especially when she was so cocky, like thinking she was gonna get his visa accepted right away. She goes, "This is my country." She was talking because of her political,
Mhm.
inclinations, and it
I
was a
try to
big wake up
ignore the
call for
fact that she
her.
brings Michael Trump stuff all the time. Okay.
Yeah, and oh, she were. I imagined her calling Trump saying, "Hey, I got my boyfriend an underwear, and I voted for you. Why
She
didn't you?"
wishes. She
She would.
wishes.
I think she did. She tried at least. I am 100%
Look, it
sure.
is what it is. There are so many housewives that we have to ignore their political affiliation just to watch the show. So, and
Ramona,
Rose
what's her
reminds us
name?
that Angela went through the weight loss surgery. Angela is her new size 10. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
she's.
excited to see it because Angela, I saw a clip from it and I was like, oh, this is the Angela that we love. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited for the new season. I'm excited to recap it here For those that are watching, don't forget to like this video. If you're watching this afterwards, be sure to check out all the links in my description to follow me on social media and other ways that you can support the channel. Thank you to Miriam for always calling in. We will be recapping Married to Medicine later on tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you turn on that notification bell and any reminders. So we will be live a little bit later on. Thanks you again, missing Stephanie, aka Miriam.
Yeah, God knows what's going to be my name later.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Married in Medicine was good, y'all. We're going to talk about it later. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And thanks so much for being here. Thanks, Miriam.
Bye.